Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show, the scheduled maintenance show. My name is Welgo. I'm your host, the one that keeps bullying their friends into content creation. Hope you're having a good day. Good to see you guys. Good to have you. We are joined today by somebody who decided to just bail on us for a couple weeks, but she's back now. It's everyone's favorite stream mom. It's Ash. She's here. Welcome back.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm here.
The stream mom has returned. And she's showing off a new outfit for her model today.
Yeah. I was looking because I was like, oh, I have nothing better to do. I was like, I want to update the model. I don't know if I want to keep with the same starry outfit. And I was actually looking for like Pride outfits because, it's Pride month.
Yeah,
Happy birthday gays and theys and thems and everybody in between and
everybody who celebrates Pride was born this month. It's absolutely awesome. So happy Pride month.
True. So I was looking for like a Pride outfit and I saw this and I was like, this isn't Pride, but it's really fucking cute. It's got fish on it.
You know what that means.
Fish. Anywho. I
rewatched the compilation of Ray's playing Soul Link with Shen when that was my first introduction to gas station sushi.
And that's crazy.
The nostalgia smack of just, oh my god, that was the introduction to fish is insane.
I've known about fish for years.
I'm so happy for you. Chronically online VTuber bish.
You know what? You say that I'm chronically online a lot for somebody who is constantly in a state of, oh, hey, what are you doing today? I'm at work. Oh, hey, what are you doing today? I'm working. Oh, hey, do you want to hang out today? I'm sorry, I have work today. I'm not chronically online. I'm just here.
Hold on. Hold on.
I'm always at work.
Hold on. Wait. You can't say that you're not chronically online just because you're at work. When at work, you're sending me 47 fucking TikToks or lurking in so many damn streams.
I can only lurk in one at a time whenever I'm at work. Thank you very much.
The fact is, you are in a stream lurking and being, what's the word? Online while you're at work. So don't you dare try to say that as a cover at all.
To be fair, work is really chill and I get bored and I'm like, I'm going to go support the homies. So at least I support.
No, that's perfectly fine. You could support. I just don't want you to be a liar and say you're not chronically online.
But I'm not chronically online.
Bitch, how many sit-ins are you going to send me every single day?
At least one. Whenever I see them.
Which has been nearly every single day.
Nearly.
Nearly, not quite.
Almost.
Almost. This show's already off the rails and we're not even 10 minutes in. Congratulations.
Yippee.
Welcome back. Yippee!
Glad to be here. Glad to take all of the seriousness away from this podcast every single time I'm here.
It's great.
The 2 weeks I've been gone, I've tuned in and listened, and I know I've sent you like my feedback and stuff, but it's a good time. It's a good time, and I'm glad to be back and again take all seriousness away from everything and go back to Oops All Chaos mode.
Considering last time you were here, it was Oops All Giggles for 2 hours. Yeah, no, it is nice having a Oops All Giggles episode every now and then. So, which might be the episode of this, the title of this episode when it uploads tomorrow, but
Oops All Giggles.
Speaking
of mom's back. Oops All Giggles.
That was the most like northern Wisconsin voice I've ever heard you do before. Oops all giggles, don't y'all know there, hey.
Oops all giggles.
Jesus Christ. Well, considering you've been gone for a couple weeks and the chats missed their stream, Mom, before we dive into it, let's start with the question we always start with. What games have you been playing this past week? Anything? Now that you've been back, I know you've been working a lot.
Yeah, I've been playing The Isle a bunch. I love my silly little dino game. Not with the voice over IP server yet because apparently it's like a 10-hour process to get it set up.
Ooh,
not including to get into the server. It's very popular. It's a very popular
I
server.
could
We only have
imagine
so many
so, based
slots.
off of all the clips you've sent me and how each of
Yeah.
them are bangers every single time.
Yeah.
That does not surprise me at all that
Yeah.
it's quite the long way to get in there.
It is. And I don't care enough. I really don't. I don't care for that process. So anyway, I've been playing the Isle a lot. I have gotten into Final Fantasy 14 again, and I had to make yet another new account because Steam has fucked me again. So
Well,
they've decided that my key, well, one of the two have decided that my key that I bought years ago doesn't count. So I had to make a new trial account, and I'm just playing the free trial until I no longer can play the free trial.
I was talking to Face this weekend about setting up because I think I'm finally getting to the point where probably next week I'm going to give in and try Final Fantasy because between you, Wombat, and Face, the peer pressure has been becoming insurmountable. Uh,
Yeah.
so I think it's about time I at least give it a shot. And I was talking to him this weekend about it, and he's like, "We got to go the right way about setting it up because if you do it one way through Steam, it could give you issues before. But if you go through their website, you're gonna have a bad time because it hasn't been updated since 2002."
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
like, this for a game that you keep saying is better than WoW. I'm just finding more reasons why it's a pain in the ass.
It's a good game. It's a good game. Wombat can confirm I was having issues. Wombat was trying to help me, and eventually we were both just like, I don't know. And I was like, well, I'll just make a new account. I don't really care. I'll play through A Realm Reborn again. Uh for the fourth or fifth time. It's fine.
Ah,
Um
how many times have you re-leveled a tune in WoW? It's fine.
uh yeah, not a whole lot actually, considering I've been very vocal about this point. I hate leveling.
True, you do
I
hate
hate leveling
leveling.
so much. I will boost myself as high as I can and do the last bit of leveling and get straight into like the content. I hate leveling. I hate leveling so much. It's such a grind and I hate the grind, and I'm somebody who doesn't have a whole lot of time to sit there and go, no offense, but I don't have a lot of time to sit there and go, I'm going to level 8 tunes and it's going to be a fun time. And like I can't.
I don't know why you said no offense. Why would you direct that at me, Ash? What the hell? What are we talking about here?
Mister, I made one of every tank, and I'm gonna get it leveled, and I'm gonna get it to 3K IO, and it's gonna be a fun time, supposedly.
Not
Yeah,
me
that might
also
be
going
why.
through my tunes list and reducing it from 60 to like 40 a couple months ago. So yeah. No, I that's fair. I know. I
Mm-hmm,
still
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I still have not touched my paladin. I was thinking about it this week, or when I was out with my walk this morning. I was like, I really just have to bite the bullet and put the time in on the other tanks and just get it done. Because I set my goal for myself, and like I'm not against the goal, but damn, I've reached a point where it's just like I don't care. But I said I was gonna do it. I've got to do it. Even if I'm gonna be kicking myself in the gonads playing paladin, I will make it happen.
Got this. I believe in
Uh,
you. You got this,
I'm
bestie.
glad somebody does. Holy shit.
Man, I could not though. I genuinely couldn't. I would hate myself so much, and I just don't have the time.
I used to think of the idea. There was an idea I had for a stream like a year ago where I was like, how fun would it be to try to see how fast I could level one to max, like a speed running stream? To hear you going, I will pay to boost. It's like, wow, there are two different types of players.
Mm-hmm. I hate leveling. I started because I was like, you know me, I'm in that boat of I have nothing else better to do in WoW. Like
Yeah,
if I'm not pushing IO, which
that's a whole other conversation.
I've gotten on a few times, and I was like, let me try to get into some like, 14s, 15s, stuff like that. And sat there and spent over an hour just applying to groups and decline, delisted, decline, delisted, timed out, decline, delisted. People just aren't taking it. And I'm like, I'm not a bad DPS. My rating is well over like I'm at like 3.1k. Like
Mm-hmm.
I can handle this shit. I know what I'm doing. I know how to play my character, and I've proven that I can. And they're just like, no. It's just I'm like, do I even want to push anymore? But no, I've tried like leveling other characters and being like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and like, I'm gonna make a tank, or I'm gonna make this, I'm gonna make a healer or something like that, just to like, something to something to be able to push with. And I hate leveling. I hate leveling. I get into it and I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna play a fucking allied race, so I start at level 10 and I can just jump straight into dungeoning because that's all I'm gonna fucking do. I don't want to quest. I'm just gonna go do dungeons. And then the dungeons, it throws me at fucking like dragonflight dungeons, and I hate dragonflight dungeons. They're so
Oh.
boring. And I'm just like, no, this is agony. And I wait for fucking time walking, but time walking was while I was on vacation. And I hate it.
You were just in the spin cycle is essentially what it keeps coming down to.
It's so bad, dude. It's so fucking bad. I hate it. I can't do it. That's why I started playing Final Fantasy, because at least it's like a new storyline. And
It's not
it's
the
mostly
leveling experience you hate. It's something different.
it's not a grind. Well, it is a grind, but it's not the grind, the WoW grind of just being like, oh, hey, I know you just made a new character, but you can either quest through one of these zones that are boring as fuck, or you could do dungeons. And it's like, okay, well, what dungeons can I do? Here's default Dragonflight. Fuck me, man. Fuck this shit. I hate it.
So
I hate it so
what's the problem with
much.
Dragonflight dungeons?
They're so boring. And then I'm trying to tank them because I made like a monk tank like right before the trip, and I'm trying to tank them, and they're like, you're so slow as a tank and you're routing and blah blah. I'm like, this isn't Mythic Plus. This is
Oh my
normals.
god.
This is for leveling. Why are there so many sweats? I can't, dude. I cannot.
That is really annoying to hear that somebody is like level 10 tank going into the standard leveling dungeons and hearing you're going so slow. What are you
And then
doing?
there's go on, I'm sorry.
It doesn't make sense to me, because like, how do you not see, oh, they could be somebody who's trying out a tank and figuring this stuff out? Like, that's so goddamn annoying. Like,
I agree. Or you have the one DPS in every single group that's like the tank is pulling too slow and they are running ahead. It's usually a fucking demon hunter
always.
who just runs ahead, pulls the entire dungeon up to the boss, and they're just chilling up there while everybody else is catching up. And I'm like, can I learn how to tank like on my own without like somebody being like, I'm gonna go do this?
Well, and then you say that, like, you put in the party chat, like, hey, I'm learning this. Can we slow down? And they'll tell you, this isn't for learning. You go watch a video. It's like, fuck off.
It's normals. This isn't Mythic Plus. This isn't even heroic. Let me tank.
It's normals with characters ranging from level 10 to level 88. Why? Why do I need to speed run this stuff?
I don't. And I'm like, let me learn. Like, I've tanked before, yes. I played all through Dragonflight. Dragonflight was like 5 years ago. You think I'm gonna remember the fucking dungeons of Dragonflight? No!
How? That hurts. Jeez, Dragonflight was 5 years ago.
Hold on. Not Google.
She's Googling it, chat.
Dragonflight came out in 2022, so it was like, yeah, like 4 years ago.
Oh, God. Why?
I don't care that it was 4 years ago. Let me tank. I don't remember content from 4 years ago. I don't remember content from last year. What do you mean?
Forget you have a goldfish memory.
I do. I really do. And it's so bad, and I hate it.
You know they make meds for that, right?
Yeah. I need to take my vitamins, man.
It reminds me, I just recently saw a tweet from this guy named Sean. He's a video editor for Writer.io. he put out a tweet about a 12 Skyreach that he was in, and the tweet said like some trash got overpulled towards the end. They wiped, it's whatever. They're literally like going into the last boss, so it's that last platform. Some extra trash gets pulled, whatever. Um, the tank just was raging about it and left, saying you aren't a good enough player to have like a valid opinion. Um, they were trying to be like, bro, just finish it for the crests and like the vault slot. And they're like, no, players like that don't deserve to be rewarded. And it's like, get off your fucking high horse, dude. Like, I don't. And the point of the tweet too was like he searches for keys that aren't listed as competitive because he wants to avoid that. So he got into a key where it said relaxed and the guy still acted like it's like, what the hell is your problem?
Bro, I don't get it. And I never will. I don't think I will, honestly. I really don't think I ever will.
Like
It's like,
I understand
mm-mm,
like abandoning a key if it's like the first pull, it's clearly not going to get time, or like your only purpose for there is to try to time it for IO. Like at a certain point, like if you're in a 10 to 12, just fucking finish it because at the very least, like you said, you're getting crests, you're getting vault slots. But anything above that is like the only time I would consider abandoning because, yeah, maybe we're trying to get people IO for it and let's not waste our time here if it's not going to work. But
mm-hmm.
like for 12 to be like literally, you could see the boss model in the distance. You just need to clear the trash before it. Just finish the fucking key. What's the problem?
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy how in Mythic Plus some people have the idea that everybody has to play perfectly and that if you there's no acceptable outcome unless it's victory. Like you can't lose a key at all. Otherwise it's like the worst thing ever.
It, it really doesn't matter. Because like sure, it's gonna show up on your Raider IO, whatever. And people are saying like Raider IO is killing the game. I am partially in that boat of, the people who are like, you can only get into this key, or you can only get into this dungeon, or not dungeon, raid even, if you have X amount of IO. I'm sorry, your Mythic Plus rating should not affect your raiding ability. I feel like I'm a better raider than I am a dungeoner. I dungeoning, I just turn my brain off and I do the thing. Raiding, I'm like, I'm gonna do mechanics. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that.
Mm-hmm.
They're not the same.
Yeah.
They're two very different feels and everything. But the people that are like, oh, well, we're gonna slow fill because we're gonna check your raider IO and see how many things you've completed, how many things you've abandoned, how many things like this, that, and another. I'm like, for a casual group?
For a
Play
random
the
heroic
fucking video
re-clear.
game. Oh my god, yeah, for like heroic reclears and stuff, or even like, the first two bosses of Mythic.
Mm-hmm.
They're easy as fuck. We've done them as a guild, like
Mm-hmm.
they're not hard. I did them before we did them as a guild, right? Uh,
It
It
makes no
it's
sense.
not it doesn't make any sense. And as the season goes on, the elitist mentality just it gets worse.
It really does.
And we're toward like the end of the season, and I know like beginning of season 2 it's going to be like, okay, yeah, everybody's like on the same playing field and everybody's pushing and stuff, but it's like within a month or two it's going to be back to the same elitist bullshit, and I don't agree with it. I do
I,
not.
I would actually argue that it's not going to be same playing field going into the next season because like
Oh yeah, because they're just going to look at last season's progress.
not even that, but like because with how much time is being allowed for us to get as much gear as we can, the rerolls to try to get max level gear, the void forge to increase the eye level on this stuff, and now this 1207 raid that's coming in the next few weeks that gives 298 level gear, I think.
Hmm.
Unless gear like green quest gear or blue quest gear for the next major patch starts coming out at like level 300, a lot of people are going to be pushing like 10s, 12s immediately because their gear is going to be so fucking stacked. Like for
That
me,
is
I think
true.
I'm only like 40 crests away from maxing out all of my gear and being at like a 291 eye level. And I'm
Mhm.
probably not going to replace that stuff until I start getting myth drops from Vault. I bet you even like level 10, 12 keys that drop the hero stuff probably isn't going to be worth replacing for my sets until I get myth gear. So,
Yeah.
because usually it's only like I want to say like only like a 20 to 30 maybe eye level jump from max gear to like when it starts getting to hero or not hero myth, like top myth. And it's like we saw how easy tens were this season going in. Hell, I've seen people with sub adventurer gear at like 208 on going into tens. So like unless they crank up the difficulty going into season two, it's probably just going to be worse of like, come on, these are dead easy. You're doing this shit. Even though it's a entire new pool of dungeons, there's at least 3 dungeons that are out now that we haven't touched since questing. With actually some of them we haven't even touched through questing. I think the only one that's not in the current dungeon pool right now that we've touched through questing is Den of Nalarak, which everybody had to do to finish the Amani zone. But there's
Mhm.
the Void Scar Arena, which unless you did the additional quest for like Sojourner, you never would have touched.
Yep.
There's a Murder Row, again, unless you did Sojourner, you never would have
Mhm.
touched it. And I don't think there's another dungeon out now that we haven't touched, but they'll probably make a new one for the new season. And then 4 entirely new ones from past expansions that we're gonna have to relearn, repath, but people are still gonna be, oh, this is gonna be dead easy. And it just I
I'm not. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm just gonna put that out there. It's while WoW has been the game for me since
mhm.
I was like young. I was a teenager,
A wee
etc. Whenever I
lass.
got into it, yeah, I was much younger than I am now. Whenever I first like started playing back in like vanilla, um, it's been my game off and on my entire life, and the state of it right now just I'm not feeling it. I'm really not feeling
Yeah.
it.
I I don't know exactly like what to fix it to because it's such a
Mhm.
community driven, and it's not like it was one patch or one update changed the community to be this negative. It's more so just the accumulation of small changes for so long turned it into what it is. I mean, even it's funny we talk about people like going, "Oh, speed up, you're going too slow." Yet I remember a
Mhm.
Krendor video from back in Wrath of talking about the Go guy. You know, like it's
Yeah.
been a problem for WoW's longest history, but now because it's so amplified, so visible, and
Yeah.
everything's so connected now via internet. Like, how many? I'm still getting comments on some of my posts, like just joking about fun stuff that happened, and the elitism that's still getting comments on these videos, like 3 weeks later, is insane to me.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Uh
Hunter asks a quick question here. Do you think the answer to keys would be removing IO? Do you want to answer first, or do you want me
Um,
to?
I was actually gonna bring that up because I've been like staring at it because I'm like, don't forget this plot, don't forget this point, don't forget this point. I'm gonna bring it up. I'm gonna bring it up. I've been like death staring chat as I'm sitting here without glasses on, can't read shit. But I'm like, that's a good question, chatter. Love that. Sorry.
She was not going to let this story note be lost.
No, 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 no. Goldfish brain. I've got to like hyper focus on it or I will forget it. Um,
So then, since you've been staring at it for the better part of the past 10 minutes, why don't you take a crack at the answer first here?
I feel like it's a necessary evil, unfortunately. Because like similar with how they have the like abandoner debuff, right? Where it's like, oh well, you have these people who just abandon keys left and right and blah 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 blah. Which like I think was a good thing. However, it's a double-edged sword, but I feel like if they removed IO, they would have to put another system in place to be like, hey, this is the level that this person is at, or like this is what they have done. Um, Otherwise, you get people that are going to put in their note, "Oh, I've run 20s and blah 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 blah," and they've never timed a 2. So many people within the community and like within the game are gonna, boost their ego to make themselves look better when in reality they're dog shit at the game.
Yeah. I would agree there. I don't think straight up removing it is a fix to it, because the rating more so, I think it helps to give players a sense of achievement in terms of like what they're able to accomplish. Like, yeah, if they just said, "Oh, I've done a plus 20 in this one dungeon, but I've never done a plus 2 in any of the others," it's a level of achievement to show consistency of somebody, to be like, "Oh, I've been working on it. I'm really proud of this." Like getting up to like the 3400 for now for the mount, or 3400, 3K, 2K, whatever it is. There's a sense of accomplishment and something to aim for that encourages going into Mythic Plus.
Hmm.
Like the loot and everything, obviously, as part of an MMO, is always going to be there. So people are incentivized to go into Mythic Plus for loot. But if it weren't for the rating system, the majority of players would stop at tens, probably. Like they get their hero loot, they get their myth vaults, and they would just run it. And there's nothing wrong with that. People still do that now with the rating system. But the rating system being there incentivizes that to get people to play it more. I think the problem, though, that the rating system and even just keys and so much of this game in general is just the community's response to tying their personal performance to these numbers, to these ratings, to these key levels and stuff. And their ego takes that sense of achievement and just turns it into the sin of pride for them. And then they
Yep.
start projecting that out and they do all that stuff. I think Wombat said it in a message earlier. People put their entire identity into WoW. It's a game and they forget that. I
Yep.
think, and their self worth is tied to their performance. I think that's hits the nail on the head there, to where, you know, the toxicity we see in the Mythic Plus universe, and even into going into Raid as well too, is people see how they perform. They can't admit their faults because in their view they don't make them, or they make you, and so they project that onto everybody they ever interact with, to where you can't ever make a mistake in anything they do. um like I remember a key I was in where we were doing well, and then similar to the one from Sean from Raider.io, got to the last poll. We we got a little too aggressive, and we ended up wiping. We weren't going to time the key, but we could at least finish it. And the guy in the group was complaining about, I only get so much time in the day to play this game. I hate breaking keys. It's a waste of time if we're not going to time this stuff. And it's like, again, they take their performance and create that in their identity that they can't ever lose. Every other game you play, it's okay to lose a game, regroup, and go, how can I do it better? Whether it's a sports game, Call of Duty, fuck, League of Legends to some degree, because we know that's as much of a toxic community as any other.
Hmm.
But like, you can lose a game in there, but you can't lose a key in WoW. Otherwise, you are the worst player ever for wasting 30 minutes of somebody's time.
And that's the thing. Like, regardless, at the end of the day, like, unless you're pushing for IO, right? Then I can kind of like understand it. But like, if you're doing like, I'd say anything above a 12, sure, because at that point you're not getting better loot,
Mhm.
you're not getting more crests. You are specifically there for rating. But if it's anything below, like a 12 or below, complete the fucking key.
Yeah.
Just get it done. You're gonna get loot regardless. You're
Hmm.
gonna, if you haven't timed it before, you're gonna get rating. Just do it.
Yep.
Or like, if even if you've like never run it before, you're gonna get a rating for completing it. It's not gonna be as great as if you time it, but you're gonna get a teeny little like droplet of IO for
Exactly.
at least completing it. And it's the people who like, especially in like, you see it a lot in tens actually, um, where it's like, oh hey, we all wiped, or like two people died on the first pull, and they want to abandon it. Well, we're not going to time it. But you and I've run keys where we've had like upwards of 15 deaths and we've still timed the key.
Yes.
It's not, and they're like, and I mean, I understand not wanting to waste your time. As somebody who doesn't have a whole lot of time herself, I get it. But at the same time, I understand that this is a game that is being played by other people. Not everybody's going to play the way that I play. Not everybody's going to play the way that you play.
Hmm.
We're all individuals. And I mean, hey, somebody might just be having an off key. I'm here, like, even if I'm not going to time it, I'm still like, hey, I'm down to continue, like, to complete it, because at least we get crests, or at least we get, whatever.
Or at the very least, you
Uh,
get practice running the key. Like you get practice figuring out like, okay, where's my burst windows? Where's my positioning? Oh, I've struggled with this pack before. I can still practice this. And it's funny, like you mentioned the ones where we've we've racked up a lot of deaths early on. People just see the time lost from deaths, but they don't think like, well, if we pull faster in later parts, we can make up that time.
yeah.
Like I think, what was it, my last key that got me Resil 16, we ended up having like 8 or 9 deaths, and actually upwards, I think more, because there were some pulls where like I didn't think the pull would be tough. People kept dying to it, and it was right before the last boss, and we ended up timing it with like 9 seconds to spare. And that's after we already tried an abandoned vote at the start when we died like 3 or 4 times to start. It's like you just never know. Like, why give up when you could just try it, see how it goes, and just keep pushing through. That's the crazy thing of like now there's a completely different side of it to where if it's a plus 16 and there's 30 deaths in the first 5 minutes, you're
Yeah.
definitely not timing that.
Yeah. But to sit there and go, oh, well, two people have died, we're not going to make it,
Hmm.
that's the mentality that I don't like. Because then it's like, well, I mean, you're going to sit there and say, oh, well, we're going to waste our time doing this key and whatever. But like, I mean, you've already wasted time at this point. You wasted time waiting in a queue, getting the group together, buffing up, getting your food buff, getting your flasks up, et cetera, et cetera. You've already wasted time at that point.
Hmm.
If you didn't want to waste time, don't fucking do keys. Keys
True.
are a waste of time. This is
True.
what I'm learning. This is the moral of the story. Keys are a fucking waste of time. I say as I throw the little plastic thing that I've been playing with this entire time across my fucking desk. Keys are a waste of time.
Oh my god, I know. And it's like in the 5 minutes of actual timed Mythic Plus time for your group to die, and you go, "Well, this is a waste of time." You've already spent 25 minutes trying to get this key even started.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's like just finish the
It's
fucking thing.
Yeah,
Well, it's funny
especially
because
if it's like
like
a 10 or a 12, if it's something that like you're like, hey, DPS ain't great. Hey, these two people just, they have a high rating, but they obviously paid for their carry.
this ain't
Because
it,
they don't know how
dog.
to play they don't know how to play their class. Then you could be like, hey, let's not do this. Like I've had a
Yeah.
few where it's like, I was top DPS by a large margin, and like my DPS isn't consistently always that great. I was having an off day with my DPS, and I was the highest DPS, and it took us like 8 minutes or something to kill the first boss.
Yeah.
At that point, we can go, hey, it was a good run. We can all acknowledge that, hey, it was nobody's fault by mechanics. It wasn't anybody's fault by death. We just don't have the
We're just
damage.
not there. And it's
Yeah.
but you don't get to that point without having those runs where you test out things, where you don't get a feel for like how fast it should go.
Yeah.
And, one or two mistakes and abandoning a key doesn't get you the feel of like, oh, we need to be pushing this fast and this. It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
I want to go back to Hunter's question here as a follow
Yeah.
up about the removing IO. What if we remove the timer from the key and you would get rating no matter what for completing, but more for greater percentage or quicker completes? I don't agree with removing the timer. I've had actually a discussion with one of the people in our guild, Saf. He brought that up of like, oh, keys shouldn't be timed because it's a whole thing. But I'm like, but that's half the point of Mythic Plus as content. Anybody can run a dungeon and just go through the dungeon and get gear. The Mythic Plus adds a level of difficulty to it that is meant to be part of the content grind. Like, that's why the timer, up to 10s isn't competitive by any means, where you can have all these wipes and you could still finish it and get the loot. The further you go, it's meant to be a tighter time crunch to where you see like MDI teams figuring out ways to complete plus 16, 17s as fast as they can, as bonkers as some of those pulls can be. It's part of the content. I don't think removing it from there is the right way to go, because it defeats the purpose of Mythic Plus. Because then you have to approach it of, well, then we just have to make Mythic difficulty dungeons more difficult to make the payoff that much greater. And I don't know if that's the way they want to go, because we know how Blizzard is with tuning. All these years of experience, and they don't fucking know how to make things balanced.
Back in my day, the first time that they ran these mythic level dungeons is back in Pandaria, and they were challenge mode runs, and you had to complete them in a time frame, and you got cool fucking mounts from it, and it wasn't super competitive, and you didn't have to grind the entire season in order to get it. You just did one run, and you got your token, and you got one of your mounts. You did all of them, you got all the mounts. I was really cool, Blizzard. We should bring that back.
You know what I want? And I'm mad I missed out on it because like I didn't play Pandaria, was realizing well after the fact there were certain appearances you can get from challenge mode. The Warlock, essentially Terran Gore set, I wish I could get back, because those horns, those shoulders, like that Warlock set is so fucking. And I am upset that I was not around for that.
I was playing a hunter back then.
You've been all across the board. Meanwhile,
kind of, yeah. Well, yes and no. I played hunter from vanilla all the way up until Demon Hunters came out, and then I swapped over to a Demon Hunter. I like barely touched any other class while I was playing a hunter. By the way, like I don't think I made none of my characters leveled past like 5 levels.
Gotcha. Because again, you hate leveling.
Hunter. I hate leveling. I've always hated leveling. It's such a grind. I hate it. I hate it so
much. To
be
fair, back then, hating leveling, absolutely based. Like, compared to now.
It's just deeply rooted in me now, man. I know there's so many like more effective ways of leveling now, like doing time walking. I would love to do time walking if time walking was around when I'm around.
Well, and it's funny you say, like, I don't want to do Dragonflight, and I'm over here like, just talk to Chromie, go into this different timeline, and then you could do whatever dungeons you want to do.
Nobody else goes there, and Dragonflight's the default leveling one, and then you're like stuck in a queue for like 3 hours, and suddenly it goes, hey, there's nobody queuing up for this. Do you want to queue up for other things? And you get stuck in fucking Dragonflight anyways.
I'm going to be so happy when we get another Dragonflight dungeon in the Mythic Plus pool for next season.
I'm going to shit Blizzard's pants, I swear to God.
Not even yours, just Blizzard's,
No,
huh?
Blizzard's pants is getting shitted if they put another fucking Dragonflight dungeon in my fucking Mythic Plus rotation, dude. I hate Dragonflight, dude. It
Not
is the Draenor. It is Draenor for me. It is my Draenor. It is my secondary Draenor. I hate Draenor too. Fuck Skyreach, man.
she's crashing out, man. She's crashing out so hard.
Skyreach can go die in a fucking fire too, man. I hate Skyreach. Why is that in my mythic rotation? I saw that and I had like eye twitch flashbacks. I was like, I hate this place. I hate this place. This place fucking sucks.
So asking for a friend, being my friend being John Blizzard, what's your least favorite Dragonflight dungeon out of all of them?
I actually like Algathar.
Okay, you like Algathar, but that wasn't the question. What's your least favorite Dragonflight dungeon?
I'm gonna be so fucking for real. I don't even remember any of them. I just turn my brain off, and I'm like when I'm leveling, I'm just like, there's the one where you have to like you're where like the fucking like gnomes are. You gotta fight the guys with the fucking like airship. That one fucking sucks. The one with the fucking train, the train one, ass. I hate that one.
Wait,
no, that's Draenor.
That's Draenor. Hold
Never
on.
mind. I hate Draenor too. So.
And gnomes with the airship. What the fuck dungeon is that?
They're like fucking gnomes with the airship, dude. The three. That's three guys in an airship, man.
Oh, you're talking.
Remember.
Oh, see, I think Dragonflight Dungeon, and I'm thinking like something in Dragonflight, but no, that I hear what you're saying. That's the revamped fucking. Oh, I know which dungeon that is. Yeah, it's the remake of the fucking not Diamol. It's whatever it is, but
yeah.
Yeah, that one was kind of ass.
It seems like every single time I queue up for fucking random dungeon whenever I'm working on a new character, right? It's that fucking dungeon. It is always that dungeon. And
Uldaman, like, thank you, chat. Uldaman's dwarves, not gnomes.
Dwarves, not gnomes. Okay, listen, I don't have my glasses on. I can't think.
Okay, so here, John Blizzard, guys, if you could clip this and we can send it. So John Blizzard, Mythic Plus Season 2 for midnight. We need both Grimrail Depot from Draenor, and we need Uldaman, both in the Mythic Plus rotation, please. Thank you.
Open BattleNet, go to WoW,
cancel subscription.
How do I cancel my subscription? Yeah.
Uninstall, resubscribe to Final Fantasy.
Honestly, dude.
What's wrong with Grimrail Depot?
I hate it. I hate it so much. It's
not even the autism for trains can't save that?
No. I don't have traintism.
You don't have traintism? Bitch. Okay.
No. I got dinotism and spacetism. What do you want from me?
I do know that you have dinotism. The amount of dinosaur TikToks you send me is just chef's kiss.
Give me a dinosaur dungeon.
Mythic Plus Wailing Caverns would be pink. You guys are vibe terrorists in the chat right now. I don't like that sentence at all. You guys.
Vibe terrorists is crazy.
They are vibe terrorists. What do you mean?
They real deal are. They real deal are. I agree. I'm seeing the chat now, and I'm like, ugh, no.
I'm trying to think what dinosaur dungeons are out there, and the only dungeon I can think of with a dinosaur for some reason is the undead troll one from Wrath of the Lich King. I can't remember the name of it for the life of me. There was a dinosaur boss in there. Oh, there's also one in the Gold in Zuldazar too.
Yeah. But I want like full dinosaurs, man. I want like
you want Isle of Thunder dinosaur dungeon.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of, I need to fucking farm what's it called? Isle of Titans or whatever it is. Or Isle of Giants. There we go. Isle of Giants. Get all the fucking bones so I can get them out.
Ooh, true.
That's a dinosaur island. We can have a dinosaur island, but we can't have a dinosaur like dungeon or raid. WoW, get it together.
Just make WoW's version of Jurassic Park and turn it into a dungeon.
Yeah, that'd be so cool. But then I'd have to kill the dinosaurs and I'd feel bad. Actually, I take it back. I don't want a dinosaur dungeon anymore.
You just want a PV. You just want an environment zone where you could just hang out with dinosaurs and not kill them. You want
Yeah,
Ongoro Crater, but turned into an actual Jurassic Park.
I want. Okay. Hear me out. Hear me out.
Listening.
We can make housing, right? Let me hold on. Let me cook. Give me a farm. I want to be able to farm like the Pandarians. I will make a panda and I will become a farmer and I will grow herbs and shit. Like we have the technology. We have the technology, Blizzard. But also give me a ranch or like a farm or something where I can have specialty critters. Like it not battle pets, not hunter pets. I just want to be able to go and collect these things like the housing thing. You can be like, "Oh, you found uh this." I'm describing Final Fantasy. I haven't gotten that far. But like I just give me a farm and give me like a ranch and I can have the animals I want with my house and that would be so peak Blizzard and I will do a lifetime subscription if I can have these things and if it's good and not dog shit like fucking here recently everything's been so underwhelming and I'm just like please give me something good. I just want the good things, Blizzard.
So I hear what you're saying. I do have a message from John Blizzard on my other monitor. They heard what you said. They're willing to implement that, but they had said that the next three major patches, the raids are basically going to be reskinned Draenor raids.
I'm canceling my subscription. Listen, the Draenor raids? No. Okay, so like I've been an avid mount collector like my entire career in WoW. There's like what, one mount in total from Draenor in raids? There's
'Cause-
literally no reason to run any other fucking raid. The transmog is ugly as shit. There's
hold
one
on,
mount.
hold on.
Most of the transmog, okay, maybe not for you, Mr. Warrior, because it all looks like you, but like most
First
of the transmog,
first of all, I was thinking.
it's you coded.
First of all, I was talking about the cloth shoulders for Warlock from Blackrock Foundry that are just legitimately Gul'dan shoulders. Don't you dare start talking shit that it's only warrior shit. Because the warrior shit, other than the Blackrock Foundry set, in my opinion, is ass for Draenor. The Blackrock Foundry, where it's just like very rough black metal with like the flames on it, yeah, that's badass. The rest of it, no fucking thank you. Okay, so how dare you? How dare you?
Okay, hold on. But you just proved my fucking point. There's one good piece of gear in all of the gear in fucking Draenor. Why are we doing Draenor? Why does it exist?
Well,
burn it to the ground.
She's so fucking angry, chat. This is crazy.
I hate Draenor. I hate it so. I have tears in my eyes. They're coming down my face right now. I hate.
Hey, yo, clip it. Isolate the audio. Isolate the audio, chat.
It's running down. Sorry, I'll stop there. Talk about why plate and mail transmog has like almost nothing really cool in it. Because they hate plate and mail wearers. I swear to you.
Hold on. Plate armor looks fantastic. Mail armor, fucking shit. Like, I feel bad for anybody that plays Hunter because I feel like for the past, since Dragonflight, in my opinion, there hasn't been a good fucking Hunter tier set.
Yeah.
Like, what was it? Was it, I think it was Narubar Palace. Like, everybody had a cool looking set for Narubar Palace, and then the Hunters just look like an archer from Dalaran. I was like,
yep.
That's it. It's like every time like a new post run WoWhead comes up of like, oh, look at the new tier set looks for everything. It's crazy how even with only 3 pieces of gear showing, evokers in their Drakthir form have better transmogs than hunters do in full sets. Like it's just bad.
Yeah, mage tier sets are all the same. Yeah, because they're lazy and they just reskin it. And
except except for
they're
the
like
one
mages
tier
just
set,
want a new color.
except for the one tier set in the War Within, where it looked like they got a shaman set accidentally. I think it was Undermined, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see if I can pull up a picture of it. Undermined mage tier set. Let's take a look. Yeah, here it is. Hold on. Open this up. Show you. Shout out to Easter.
Happy Easter.
This is just for Ash and I chat. You guys don't get to see it. She fucking loves that bit.
Happy Easter.
She loves that bit so much. But here's the mage set from the Undermine, where it looks like it should have been a shaman set. Like, it just looks way too elemental to not be a shaman set to me. But
mage purple, mage blue, or mage fire. Well, you have 3 specs. You have fire spec, arcane spec, and ice or frost spec. You gotta look the part, I guess. Quoting John Blizzard themselves.
John Blizzard. Shout out to John Blizzard.
Shout out to John Blizzard.
I just, first of all,
John Warcraft.
John Warcraft, yes, please. John Warcraft. It's funny, like you talk about the idea of like, let me build a house with a farm and pets and stuff. And it would be really cool. And they've hinted at like being able to have battle pets or mounts in your player housing. And I could legitimately see somebody just building a Jurassic Park on their plot with all their dino mounts, which sounds fantastic. But in that same thread, it made me realize just how much I've stopped giving a shit about housing.
I'm gonna be so for real. I've said it at the beginning of the season, or like even like season 0, right? Like before the season, whenever we were like questing and shit, and I was like, wow, they are really shoving housing down our throats, which is great for the people who were excited for housing and who give a shit.
Yeah.
But those of us who do not give a single flying fuck about housing, hi, me, myself, and I don't give a shit about housing, and I never have. I'm like, I just give me gold.
Yep.
Give me gold. If you give me a piece of housing gear and you give me like 2 gold, you might as well have slapped me in the face. Give me more gold. Give me the option.
I had this opinion of housing develop as the season went on, of just like, I love the idea of housing for people to express themselves. But for myself, I really had just one idea of what I want Mud Hut to look like. And once I got it there, I was done with it. Like,
yeah.
I love seeing people, like, shout out Botanical on Twitch and Instagram. Her videos of like all of her creations that she makes, like hand making like plates of food and stuff for your stuff. And like, I'm so in awe of people's creativity and the stuff they make for housing. But that's not me. Like that will never be me. I've got my hallway of expansions, which I thought was a really cool idea. I put way too much funds into trying to build my Deathwing for the login screen, and it turned out really good. But once it's there, I'm not going to change it. I'm not going to fix it. I've got the only thing I've really added to my housing since this expansion dropped was the trophies for the prey system and then the trophies for the raids. And that's really all I care about. It's like, I've built the house how I like it. I'm not going to go back to it and change it up as often as some people do. If that's how they play it, that's awesome. I'm so happy they enjoy it. But that's not what I give a shit about. And like you said, I'm so sick of finishing Mythic Plus and getting the same items
my goodness
from every dungeon that I've just never used. And like,
oh, what do you mean you don't want your 18th Silvermoon training dummy from Windrunner?
For me, it's the Valdrakken bookcase from Algathar that I just have no use for and no reason to have. Like,
I mean,
I have Akers too from Pit of Saron. I really wanted that one because it looked cool. I got it, and now I have way too many of them in my inventory. It's like,
I
can I just turn off that from the loot table?
please, like, or at least give me the option to like sell them, because holy shit, I'm tired of it. But
Some
then
of
they're
them
never
you
gonna sell
can,
because it's
but
such a
others you
common
can't.
drop.
And I don't
Yeah.
understand why some of them you can't sell.
I I will say as somebody who, when it comes to like Minecraft and stuff, I've been very like I can be creative and I can build really pretty houses and I can build this, that, and another. But like when it comes to WoW, I just don't care.
Mhm.
Um I can't wait for the system to come in place for people to export and import builds. Because I
Yeah.
mean, I'm just lazy and I'm perfectly fine with importing somebody else's build and being like, yeah, I imported it,
Yes.
but it looks cool. And everybody being like, your house is cool, and I will straight up be like, I didn't build it.
But I
I
like
did
it.
nothing. But I liked it, and I'm glad you like it as well. I'm glad we have a similar interest here, but like I did not build this.
That's another thing that like I'm hesitant to do anything in my house because like there's some things I want to adjust, like the movement of, but that Deathwing thing is made up of like 70 or 80 different rocks individually placed. And
Hmm.
until I can lock those in place and move it as a single unit, I'm not touching that. Because I don't want to have to spend another 2 hours rebuilding it and it probably look like shit because it's not the same.
Yeah.
So like the Shrine to Teldrassil, I can remake anytime and I probably will make 7 times over because that joke will never get old and it's easy as fuck to make.
My
The
goodness.
Deathwing login screen took way too long and I'm happy where it is. I'm going to leave it right there. Like I can move a bed and put Xalatath's portrait above me anywhere, anytime. Like
Yeah.
that's nothing.
Nah, you gotta do like the one post that was in Guild that was like they made Xalatath like an entire Xalatath like portrait, but like mostly her toes, and like the rest is just her like looking over.
Yeah.
I looked at it and I was like, that is sick as fuck. That is very artistically well done. But who the fuck needs this?
See, and then on the other
Owners.
side, I saw like one of the first posts I remember seeing when housing came out before people started getting crazy with it was another Xalatath thing, but it was just like a couple pillows to make it be like a fucking doll with the portrait on it for a
Yeah.
head. I'm like, that's all I
Yeah.
need. There you go, you're fine. That just I like housing as a content machine. I like how it's something people can explore and do. I feel like we're with the updates they've had since it came out pre midnight, it's kind of fallen flat. People have kind of the people that care about it still do it. The people who don't have forgotten about it. Like I don't think I've been in the neighborhood except to just re-up the endeavor for the month for people because that's the only way I got housing experience was doing the endeavor quests. Like some people maxed out their house XP within like a week and I'm still not even close to the second to last level on it. If it weren't for the endeavors, I wouldn't be even this far. So
Yeah.
it just I hope to see more of it because there's a lot of potential for housing in the neighborhoods, but it's just I could care so I can't care less, to be honest. Like,
They could do the Toontown route where it's like you have your house and you can like plant jelly beans, and then they give you gags and stuff. And then you have your pet that's there and you can train your pet, and it like does tricks and stuff. They could do that. That'd
oh,
be
so
really
you want
cool.
them to turn the neighborhoods and housing into pseudo garrisons?
I was excited for garrisons whenever they announced it, but and I think I've made this opinion very fucking clear.
Go ahead. I didn't
Fuck
think.
Draenor. Fuck Draenor. Fuck
Oh,
Draenor.
really? I didn't know.
Draenor was such a shitty expansion. Well, okay, I think I talked to you about this when they announced housing and stuff, and they were like, "Oh yeah, this is this and this is that," and everybody was like, "Oh, it's just going to be garrisons," and I literally was like, "I'm not going to be hopeful for this." I was like, "I want to be hopeful. I want to think this will be a good thing, and I won't be disappointed." But I've been disappointed by garrisons. It ain't gonna be all it's cracked up to be. And guess what? I was right.
To be fair, it's not quite garrisons.
It's not quite garrisons, but it could be better.
It could be better. It is a step above garrisons, I will say, in terms of like The most customization we got was where to what buildings to build and where to place them. Eventually choosing what guards you want, or if your guild banners were going to be in your garrison, and that's it. Like, there was nothing else. At least this, we could actually physically build something.
I guess, kind of. I don't know. Like,
You just don't like Draenor. I get it.
I hate Draenor. I hate Draenor. I hate Draenor
which is
so much.
so funny to me because, like, you talk about not liking leveling. The fastest way to level through questing is through Draenor.
But I don't quest through leveling.
I know. You don't quest through leveling?
Fuck. I don't level through questing.
The pause to see your model figuring out what you said wrong.
Oh.
It's okay, bestie. It's okay. We just got you crashing out the entire episode so far, so it's bound to take its toll.
In other news, what have you been playing besides World of Warcraft?
Jesus, we asked that question an hour ago, and you're just now following me up.
We did, and we went on this whole tangent, and we've had so much else we wanted to talk about.
I mentioned I was considering doing it 2 weeks ago, the last episode about playing Space Engineers. I've jumped back in, and I forgot how addicting that game is. There's also been a shit ton of updates since I last played, so I'm learning that, oh, I have to eat now. What the fuck? In my engineering game? How dare you? But I'm getting the itch again between the automation that game allows me to do and just building up a base. I think, what was it, last Friday? Either Thursday or Friday, I forget which day it was. I was just not feeling it. Doing anything that day, so I just loaded up Space Engineers at 10 p.m. or 10 p.m. 10 a.m. and I played that, no joke, until I looked at the time and went, oh, I'm supposed to stream in 10 minutes, like 10 till 5.
Yeah, I think I had like messaged you and I was like, hey buddy, and you were like, oh, I just noticed the time, and I was like, oh
Yeah.
he's hyper fixated.
Oh, it's so bad because it's one of those games where its number go up, like Satisfactory, Factorio, like all those, where like eventually you reach a point where you need to expand in order to continue. And my base just kept getting bigger. And as my base got bigger, I needed more power. Oh, I need more power. Well, I need to increase my mining. Oh, I need to increase my mining. Well, I better build some more stuff. Oh, I need to build more stuff. Oh, I need more productivity. Oh, I need more productivity. I need more space in my base. Oh, I need more space in my base. I need more power. And it just keeps cycling. And I love those games. And I always do the same thing where I put so much time into it, stop playing before I even quote unquote beat it. Space Engineers doesn't have an ending. Factorio and Satisfactory technically do. I have not reached the ending of those. But I still keep coming back to them because I love those fucking games, which we talked about playing Satisfactory. I'm like, oh, we need to finish playing Valheim first before we go into that addiction.
We do.
Especially because we got such a good spot in Valheim.
We did. I forgot to message you my schedule, which remind me after stream, and I'll
we'll figure that out.
I'm probably gonna go get food after this because of hungers, but
wow, chat, she's already sick of this conversation. She's thinking about what to do after. It's crazy.
No, I haven't eaten yet, and my tummy is like, eat, and I'm like,
why didn't you eat anything? You've been awake for hours. Don't give me that. So, anyways, look. Don't give me that look. How dare you?
Right, we're gonna play Satisfactory and stuff. Theoretically, maybe, possibly, we gotta play Valheim. We need to figure out a game for the other thing we talked about as well.
Yes, we do.
I need Jugger to answer me back because he's a bitch. Anyway.
Well, we knew that. He's terminally British, so it's just part of his condition. So
yes.
But yeah, no, that's what I've been playing. Between that and just doing hardcore WoW, which was still fun. I am a glutton for punishment when it comes to hardcore WoW. I still just love it. Even when I lose, I still have fun, which is crazy to me. And completely opposite of what we were describing for people playing WoW earlier about not liking to lose. So It's a good time.
I
Uh,
mean, just depends, right? Like, depends on the game, depends on the mood, depends on
oh
the
yeah.
vibe.
If I lose in a game of chess, I'm pissed off because that person is bullshit and cheating and I hate them. If I lose in hardcore WoW, well, I'm a fucking idiot who decided to fight two things at once. Smile.
Valid. So valid. So valid, bestie. I don't think I've been playing anything else really besides like 14, The Isle.
You did send me a funny
Um,
screenshot of Sonic Racing, though.
oh yeah, Sonic Racing had a festival this past weekend. It was a lot of fun.
Who was the
The
festival for?
Puyo, one of the Puyo characters. Arlie, something like that, I
That
think.
sounded like a
I haven't played
slur.
the game.
What the hell is
Yeah.
Puyo Puyo?
And I haven't played it, but it was like it's a Sega game. But yeah,
Shocker.
they released a new character and they had their festival for it this past weekend. And one of the people we kept getting paired with who absolutely destroyed us, by the way. Like, homie, like these two people came in first and second every single time we played against them. Was Hatsune Miku, which spelled just like Hatsune Miku, whatever, they were the Hatsune Miku as far as I was concerned. They were Hatsune main. Their car was decked out in Hatsune shit. It was wild, right? And then the other person who was on their team, because they were like a pre-made group or whatever, their name was Minnesota, 2 exclamation points, all caps.
You don't fuck with Minnesota, dude.
You don't fuck with Minnesota.
I,
And they were pretty chill. They're really funny. But I played that like all day yesterday.
that's awesome.
But other than that, I haven't touched it. I was
Uh,
gone for a week. I
you
haven't played video
were.
games.
You were. Speaking of being gone for a week, we had it on the
Yeah,
topics to discuss and we wanted to hear. You went to MomoCon. How
I
was that?
did. I went to MomoCon. It was a lot of fun. I got food poisoning on the trip, but I had still
Hell
had a great
yeah.
time. Yeah, I remember. I think I messaged you, and I know I messaged like Shield and a bunch and Jugger and a bunch of other people, and I was like, y'all, I don't feel good.
You're
I
like,
think I might have
I'm
had.
dead.
Yeah, no, I was like, I think I might have had dairy, and then like thinking about it after, I'm like, that didn't feel like I had dairy because I've got a dairy allergy. I was like, that didn't feel like I had dairy. I was like, and I was talking to like one of the guys on Sunday. We went out to lunch and whatever, and he was like, oh yeah, apparently like Atlanta is constantly having like lettuce recalls and stuff, and I was
Oh,
like,
great.
all I had was a BLT.
That'll do it.
I had a BLT and a vegan milkshake, which is why I thought it might have been dairy, but it wasn't dairy. And it could have been the lettuce. But other
Well,
than
the L
getting
in BLT does stand for food poisoning, so that is on you.
true,
So,
true, true. Um, so yeah, I got really, really sick. But it's weird because like maybe it was just like the type of lettuce, but there was somebody who got like just a straight up like just a salad and he didn't get sick. I got really fucking sick. Um, so I don't know, maybe they just used different lettuce for the BLT versus the salad because it was like a spring mix or whatever. But like,
anyway.
yeah, I got food poisoning at MomoCon and I was out of commission for like a day. And but other than that, I had an absolute blast. I didn't dress up much. I just kind of looked cute the entire weekend and saw a bunch of cosplayers and a bunch of stuff. I didn't realize how big MomoCon was.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't realize how big of a convention that bitch is until I walked in and I saw like because we chilled in like the artist and vendor area for the most part, like the group that I hung out with. Um and because we just walked around and we got to see all the cosplayers and stuff and it was really fun.
Awesome.
Um and the first time we walked in, I like looked like we started at one end of the hall and I looked down at the other end and I was like, I can't see the other end of the hall. Like I can't see the booths there. That's
Oh,
how big this shit
jeez.
was.
And you had
And
your
then I remember
glasses on, too.
I had my glasses on, yeah. And I remember I like looked down and I saw Radeon had a fucking booth.
Oh, jeez.
And I was like, oh, this is a huge fucking convention. They got Radeon here. And then I like looked even further and there was like a League of Legends booth that had like the new card game
Oh,
people
that's right.
there.
They have a card game
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, the trading card game that they've got. Yeah, I like looked and I saw League of Legends and I was like, I've been to some bigger conventions. I went to like Holiday Matsuri down in Florida, which got bigger over the years and stuff like that. I used to cosplay there like a bunch and all. Uh but when I looked and I saw Radeon was there, and then I saw League of Legends, and then I saw Honkai Star Rail, I
Oh,
was like,
jeez.
I'm in a totally different realm. I'm so far out of my comfort zone. This is a much bigger convention. The artist and vendor hall alone was as big as the last Holiday Matsuri event I went to,
Oh,
and that was like
jeez.
right after they expanded to be like in the bigger area. And holy shit, I was like, this is massive. I don't know. I walked like, and this is just like walking from the car to registration, getting the or not registration. No, no, no. This was the day after registration. Walking to the car, down to the vendor and artist area, walking up and down each of the like aisles for like booths and stuff like that, and then walking back to the car. I walked like 6.5 miles. It was fucking massive. I
Jesus.
walked a lot that weekend. I walked a lot throughout MomoCon.
That's good
And I
though,
mean,
right? Like,
yeah, 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 yeah. Part of it was like walking into downtown to get food because we didn't want to like drive and like lose our parking spot because we paid for parking, but like the parking
oh
lots
yeah.
were like full as shit. Um, so we were like, yeah, if we just want to go down to like, there was like a sandwich place we went to one day and it was like less than a mile walk. We like walked through the convention center, walked and got our food, ate our food there, walked back to the convention. It was a lot of walking, but like it was good. It was fun. It was a blast.
A lot of cool
If
stuff you
I
saw.
A lot of cool stuff I saw, a lot of cool stuff I bought. I have my desk mat. I have my desk mat down right now, and it looks sick as fuck. I'm so happy with it.
Oh, do you want me to show that to stream at all?
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
You want
it's
me to
so
show all your
cool.
goodies?
You don't have to show all the goodies, but the desk mat is definitely really
All
cool. I
right,
got some
I'll
Amori merch because Amori, like Omocat was there. If there's any Amori enjoyers out there, Um, I bought a backpack and a thing, and then I got a keychain and some stuff. Like I've got a lot of small stuff, except for this fucking desk mat. This desk mat is huge.
it's crazy going back and trying to find this picture. I could just search it, but I'm scrolling up through all of our messages and I'm getting fucking whiplash realizing all the stuff we've talked about since then. Some of them I cannot show on stream.
Yeah, yeah, that checks out. That tracks actually. Like I'd be having some unhinged conversations with a lot of people, man.
Not even that, but we were also thirsting over an individual together, and
Oh
I
yeah.
should not
Oh,
show those. I should
oh
not show those
yeah.
messages.
Respectfully. Oh,
Respectfully thirsting. Yes, it was very tasteful, respectful thirsting. That's for sure.
do you need me to grab my phone and just resend it to you?
No,
Because I
I
think
got it right now.
okay, okay, okay,
I'm
okay.
gonna try to open it in a separate window so I don't accidentally show some of these messages. Because oh boy.
That both of our careers are done and over with for the rest of our lives. It don't matter where we go, if we stay in streaming or if we go to a different job. Happy Easter. It don't matter. It
It
don't matter.
doesn't
It's
say
what we're done
Easter.
for.
Shut up.
I know, but it swapped over, and I was like, "Happy Easter."
All right, hold on. So here's the desk mech that she got.
Yeah,
It looks
sick.
incredible. This I am very jealous of this. Not only the fact of just the card on the right hand side, but seeing them also just in there is so fucking cool. The flared
Yeah,
teeth of Vaporeon is fucking sending me. And how it can be
yeah.
that cute but also menacing at the same time is insane.
Oh, it's so sick. Because they had like thick ass posters, like metal posters almost.
Mm-hmm.
But they had one made of the card specifically that had like mirror bits like throughout it,
Oh,
like
that's
in the
cool.
background of the card. Yeah, it was so sick, but it would have cost as much as this mat did, and I was like, I can get one or the other. I think I want the mat because
it's just
I could use a new mouse pad
it's just
basically.
really cool. And like the more I look
It
at it and like I see
is.
some like more details like the stones around, the
Yeah.
evolutions looks fantastic. It's just really cool. I really like the aggressive anime style of the drawing there. It's fantastic.
It is so good. It's really good.
I think one of my
Um,
favorite parts of our back and forth messages about MomoCon and like hearing about your trip was uh you told me that you had heard or You didn't talk to him, but you saw that
Oh
Heavenly was
yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah. We were
You
walking around. I think it was what was it Thursday or Friday? I can't remember, but we were walking around, and like to get to the vendor area, we had to go through the VTuber area. And they had like the setups where you could like talk to VTubers like on their screens and stuff, and you had lines and stuff, and then there was like two stages where they were doing like they were doing like dance instruction at one point, and then there was like a VTuber like chit chat like podcast style thing at one point where people could just like sit and like just watch this thing happening. Um but we were walking by because we were leaving. I think it was Thursday. Was it Thursday or was it Friday? I can't remember. But I think it was Thursday. But we were walking back through the VTuber area to go like back to the car and whatever. So we're walking back through and we just hear the loudest like shouting we've ever heard. And like my entire group of like at this point there was like 10 of us stuck together. We all like whipped around and we were like, what the fuck is going? Why is everybody shouting like somebody's getting stabbed or something? And um one of my friends, he just looks at me and he goes, "Oh shit. I think that's Heavenly. That's Heavenly." And we just kept walking because the line over there was like stupid long. Because I was like, "Oh, you like, do you guys want to go like say hi? You want to go meet him?" Like he was there in the flesh. Like Heavenly was there. Um, and I guess he ran into like one of his friends or something like that, and they were just like being loud as fuck. Like it was great. Uh, and so yeah, I like looked at my friend and I was like, do you wanna go say hi? You wanna go meet him? Like whatever. And he was like, that line is really long and it's really loud over there. And I kind of just want to go back to the B&B. And I was like, you know what? I'm on that same boat. I would have just hung out over here at a table or like sat here and watched these VTubers talk on screen for a minute, but like y'all can go ahead if you want. Because I don't really meet like celebrities or anything because like I have crippling social anxiety. That
you?
group learned. Yeah. Oh yeah.
No, that's a sarcastic joke. Yes, I know.
Oh, I'm also autistic, so here you go.
Fuck, caught. You're right. Sorry.
Damn.
My bad.
I don't get sarcasm sometimes, but yeah, no, I have like horrible, horrible social anxiety. And the group that I was with that weekend, they learned real
They learned.
quick. They learned like day one when I got in. They were like, "Oh." And I remember at one point we were in the B&B and I was sitting in the living room and everybody was in the dining room like at the table. Like some people were playing Yu-Gi-Oh and like everybody else was just chatting and whatever. And I just like went into the living room, sat on the couch and was like on my phone and one of my friends was just like, "Can you stop being antisocial and like come talk to us?" And I was like, "I'm not being antisocial. I just need to fucking recharge, my guy. It's so loud in here."
I'm just a little bean. Leave me
I just
alone.
I just want to chill, man. Like let me hang out. So I went and sat with them for a while and continued to stay on my phone, but at least I was closer to the conversation, I guess.
Yeah.
Um,
It was
it's
funny you telling me about the Heavenly thing. And then I think a couple days later, I was scrolling through YouTube and one of those like VTuber fan accounts on YouTube that like repost from their streams and stuff. I saw one where it was Ariel, Froggy, and Usan uh were like they were watching through like Discord or somebody that was there for them at MomoCon and they ran into Heavenly. And I was watching this video and like Heavenly is just screaming and they're screaming back at him. I had to send you the video. I'm like, wait, is this what
I
you
was about to
heard?
say that might have been what we heard. Like honestly, real deal. That could have been what we heard because we just heard yelling and screaming, and we were like, "Oh my god!" Like some fan has done dove off the deep end because they met like I don't know some teeny tiny little VTuber that they follow, and it was insane. And we were just like, "What the hell?" And we just look over, and my friend just goes, "Is that Heaven? I think that's Heavenly." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. Like I know that name."
My favorite thing after
But I
sending
was
that
like,
to you,
there was a few. Oh, my shit is breaking. There you go. Yeah, no, like there was a few VTubers, like very, very few, like less than a handful of VTubers names that like I recognized,
mhm,
but like I wasn't like I'm gonna go meet this person. I'm gonna go buy all their merch and I'm gonna have them sign my titties. Like, no, I'm not gonna do any of that.
how do you
The
e-sign a
fact
titty?
The fact I looked over and your mic had peaked fucking sends my ass.
How do you e-sign a teddy?
I don't know. You sign my titties, man. I don't know. Like, if we go next year, I think we're planning on going next year actually, because registration's open now.
My
Um,
God.
I'm gonna
Holy
find some
shit.
random VTuber that I don't know, and it's probably gonna be all of them because I don't know hardly any VTubers. I'm gonna go up to one of their like meet and greets and be like, "Hey, can you e-sign my titty?" and then get kicked out by security. It's gonna happen.
You know what?
I
I
want it
can't
to
I
happen.
can't wait to read about that on Twitter next year. I'm so looking forward to it. See.
Be like this fucking freak over here asking VTubers to e-sign her titties.
There's going to be a
I wonder.
Dexerto article about, fan gets kicked out of MomoCon 2027 for asking to e-sign something.
Oh, it'd be so funny though. Oh my goodness.
And then I'm
If I
going to
remember.
I'm going to fucking pull it up. I go, "I know her. I know her."
I know. Yeah. You couldn't see, but I was like pointing at the wall, being like, I know that.
I know
Oh
that
my
dumb
goodness.
bitch.
That's my dumb bitch right there.
That's my bestie for real. Let's go.
I might if I remember. It'd be really weird. Like again, there was like so many VTubers that were there and like doing stuff, and I was like, it'd be really weird as if like I ended up having to do a thing and be like, oh yeah, I'm a VTuber. Hi, how are you? And like talking to them and being like, hi, just like super
Well,
awkward,
listen,
like,
if
how
I
are
keep bullying you into
you?
streaming and like being online more in this model, I will be your manager and force you to do these e-signing of titties as the
Yeah, I'll
VTuber being
e-sign
asked to
somebody's
do it.
titties. I'll e-sign somebody. They had I don't know who it was, but they had it might have been like Cinder or someone like that, but they had somebody there that like they could see and like they had a stream up of like the people that were like in front of this thing.
Mm-hmm.
It was like this archway almost, but like the VTuber had a screen that was in the archway and like the VTuber could like walk around and stuff. And they were like writing on like the screen basically to like write to the fans and stuff. And I'd be like, it'd be really cool if somebody be like, hey, can you e-sign my titties? And I'm just be like, okay, stand really still. And I like e-sign their titty and it just shows up on the screen. That'd be so funny. That'd be so fucking funny.
See
I would
what?
do it.
See, it's funny to hear you say this shit and realize that our brains are wired differently. Because you say e-sign your titties and you think of that being the way somebody would do it. Meanwhile, I'm thinking it's somebody who's there representing this VTuber at the event just has like a stamp of the signature. So somebody comes up and goes, e-sign the titties, and they just go, okay, fucking lower your shirt a little bit, stamp. Like,
Oh my god, yes. Okay, listen, I would do both. I'd be like, do you want me to? Because, like, obviously, I'd be
do you
there
want me to
in the
sign or
flesh.
stamp your titties? What would you
You want me
rather
to
do?
sign or stamp your titty? Oh my god, that'd be so funny. That'd be so fun. I would do some stupid shit like that. So I'd be like, can you sign my arm? And I'd be like, I don't like human contact. Stamp.
Can't with this
Oh,
conversation.
goodness.
Oops, all e-signatures.
Oops, all titties.
Oops,
I
all
mean,
titties. Yes, that
oops, all
we're
titties.
rebranding the show.
Oh
Uh,
no. Oh no, 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 no. That's a very different show, my guy. We don't want to be airing that shit on fucking
shoot,
YouTube
that'll be
or
going
Twitch.
on.
We'll get banned.
That'll go on the blue Twitch. That's what we'll do
That'll
there.
go on the only well goes.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Wilgo, will you sign my titties, please? I'll get him to do it at BlizzCon. It's bold of you to think I'm going to BlizzCon. But if I find my way there, Hunter, and you come up to me and ask you, absolutely, I'll sign your titties for you. I think that'd be
You should do
only
it.
fair.
You should do
Because,
it.
oh my God. BlizzCon is one that I would love to go to. I've never actually,
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever actually gone to a convention. Like, through some work, like past jobs, I've gone to trade shows and like even had to set up like booths for trade shows. But like in terms of like a convention, I don't think I've ever actually gone to one before. I think I've yet to pop my convention cherry, for lack of a better phrase.
I've been to so many. They're fun. Even if like Even if you're not planning on dressing up, it's a lot of fun to be like, I know that character. I saw a lot of Toho characters.
Oh yeah.
And by a lot, I mean like just seeing like two or three is more than I've seen in the entirety of conventions I've gone to. And I was like, people like the things I like, and that's really cool.
That
And
is
I
cool.
saw like I saw a couple of Amori cosplayers actually, and I like walked up and I was like, it was like Thursday. We were walking around and I like waddled up and I was like, "Hey, I'm so sorry to bother you. I know you're looking at stuff, but like I really love your outfit. It's one of my favorite games of all time and I hope you have a great con." And I like ran away. Being able to like cuz again, I have crippling social anxiety and
Yeah.
I don't know how to interact with people sometimes. Um and I did that with
Just like
some
I like your outfit away.
Yeah, no, honestly, that's kind of how I did it. It was I think it was Saturday. Yeah, it was Saturday. We were walking back to the car and I saw like a huge group of Danganronpa cosplayers. And they were all like, kind of hanging out doing their own thing, not really doing like a photo shoot or anything, but they were just kind of like resting and chilling and whatever. And I like ran over and I like looked at one of the cosplayers and I was like, "Hey, just pass it along to the group because I'm not going to yell at all of you. I know you're kind of trying to do your own thing, but like y'all are impeccable, y'all are lovely, and I hope you've had a great weekend, and I hope you continue to have a great weekend." And I like ran back to my group, and they were like,
Who the fuck was
thanks."
that?
Yeah, they were like, thanks," and I was like, yeah, I was like, y'all, you all like you've all like I can recognize cosplayers put in so
Oh,
much work and so much
incredible amount of
effort.
time and effort into everything they
Yeah.
do.
And I'm like, you deserve to know that like somebody out there appreciates you.
Yeah.
And it's me.
Uh,
Speaking of cool shit, the paladin I sent
yes.
you.
The Can you resend that to me? I'll share it. I don't want to
Uh,
scroll up through everything.
yeah. Give me a second. I gotta go grab my phone, but it's across the room. So,
All right, she's gonna stare blankly at the screen for a moment here. I'll put it on me so you. But no, I definitely I would love. I, First of all, let's talk about cosplayers because cosplayers, regardless of the perceived quality of somebody's cosplay, the amount of time people put into whether it's an all-out creation or something they made for fun, like it's incredible. Not only the effort they put into their outfit, but the confidence to put it on and go somewhere public like that. I fucking could never. Um, I have the utmost respect for cosplayers. There's only ever been like one cosplay I would love to try. Um, and I feel like I've got to be the right setup for it. In a better quote unquote look for my body as well too. But I would love to give it a shot one time because it would just be a lot of fun.
Meowdy partner, I return. I
Meowdy.
sent it to you.
I see that. I'm getting it
Thank you.
set up currently. But yes, Ash sent me this. Let me Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
Every time, huh? Hold on.
Yeah.
Just again, for people that aren't aware, I'll just put this up here. This is for the showcase scene. This is what pops up every single time.
Happy
Uh,
Easter.
Ash loves this joke and calling it out
Every time.
because she sees my OBS through Discord while we're talking. So in case she sees anything, so she doesn't have to deal with the lag. So when I go into studio mode to secretly change stuff so you guys don't see this image, she has to call it out every fucking time. But this was the thumbnail I made when the Race to World first happened with Lura having a secret phase on Easter. It just made sense. But yeah, Ash loves saying Happy Easter every time she sees this. But no,
Happy Easter.
this is the cosplay, and I will or not the cosplay, the paladin thing you sent me,
Yeah.
which looked incredible. The tier 2 judgment set somebody made just on display. Please take photos, it says. This was not for sale. It was just something to show off for the person. And it's honestly so incredible. Shout out to Miss Frizzle in the background, by the way.
Yo, honestly, that ass.
Shout out to Miss Frizzle. But this looked really cool. I love the Lordaeron stamp and the text on the pages coming down on it. The shoulders look impeccable, or impeccable is the word. God, I can't talk. Your tism is rubbing off on me.
Yippee!
Yippee! It looks so damn good. And just,
Yeah.
again, it comes back to seeing people's creativity at these cons is just so cool to see all the time. I am incredibly jealous of people's creativity sometimes.
Oh.
But yeah, I cons, like, I would love to go to one. Like, I know I would love to go to BlizzCon. Hell, as much as a cesspool of creators and people IRL streaming in my face, TwitchCon would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Just to say I did it and then never go back. I mean, granted, last time TwitchCon happened, the two biggest complaints I heard were the amount of kick streamers that were there IRL streaming and just being disrespectful was a problem. As well as, too, all the shit with the VTubers, where VTubers were there and just being like disrespected and like just not bullied is the right word, but just, I guess, disrespected by the event staff was insane.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I want to support that, but it just, but there's a couple on my list I would love to go to, love to see. I think for me, it's not so much as going to cons as it is going to like esports events live is like my thing. I remember seeing IEM Chicago when Counter-Strike came there, back when Team Liquid Counter-Strike was good, and got to see them win there. It was so cool. Going to see Worlds when it was in North America, one of the playoff rounds at the Chicago Theater was awesome to see. I would love to go to Cologne, Germany and see the Counter-Strike out there, because that's just a huge event and like one of the biggest majors out there. It would just be so cool to go see. But BlizzCon's definitely on the list, especially knowing how many of my streamer friends and creator friends are going to BlizzCon. I know if I don't go, I'm going to have incredible FOMO this year.
Yeah. I know, I don't know if it still exists even, but MLG used to tour like North America and stuff, and I went to one several years ago for StarCraft 2, and I met a couple of pro players. It was a lot of fun.
I still have a photo somewhere of me, a picture of me and Skara from that League of Legends event in Chicago. And I was so excited to see Skara there. And the people I was with weren't as plugged into the League scene as I was. And they're like, okay, sure, get a picture with this larger Asian man. And I'm like, you have no fucking idea who this is. And that's fine. This is just a me moment. And I love that picture. It's so good.
Yeah.
But I'm glad MomoCon was a good time for you. I was really cool hearing everything. I think my favorite thing after showing you the video of and finding out if is what you heard was heavenly was showing you the video, and the first thing you go, I recognize those chairs. So
I know that place. I know exactly where that was.
I walked by there 37 times in one day. I know that place.
Yeah. Well, I want to say it was in the VTuber area. And if it wasn't, then it was over in the games area. One of the two, either or. And then there was like some stuff that they did that they filmed, and I was like, oh, I know where that was. Like that's really cool to be able to like, look back and be like, oh, these are memories that I have. Yeah, these are memories that I have, and they're really good memories, and I'm very, very happy. I'm very happy to have these memories, Range. I'm very, very happy.
I'm happy you went, because like I know you leading up to it, you talking about your social anxiety, you were kind of nervous, but I'm happy you put yourself out there and you got to hang out with not only people that you consider friends and people that you liked being around, but just in general. Is she frozen? She is frozen. I think we might have lost her, Jack. Give me one.
Oh no.
Hello.
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 Hello?
I hear you now.
Hello.
Okay.
I just messaged you and I was like, I think my net died.
Yeah.
It did.
No, I was just complimenting you too, but since you didn't hear it, I'm not going to repeat it, so you don't get a compliment anymore. How dare you?
Okay.
No, I'm going to compliment you because I know it'll make you cry and it's funny.
No. Watch as my net goes out again.
Yeah, sure. Your net goes out. Sure. You're just dodging it. But no, just I'm proud of you for putting yourself out there and going to hang out with those people, because I know you were nervous about it with your social anxiety, and it seemed like a good time. Other than getting sick over food poisoning, which
Food poisoning, yeah.
just don't do that. That seems like a issue. So
Yeah. I mean, it's an issue that I've had, not food poisoning, but I mean I've had food poisoning before, but my social anxiety and borderline agoraphobia, stuff like that.
the
It's not
fuck?
quite as bad as agoraphobia, but
What's
it's
agoraphobia?
agoraphobia. It's like kind of like fear of like public spaces, essentially being around people and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I definitely don't like being in places. I don't like going to Walmart even, or
Well,
most
I think
convenience stores,
you're like
grocery stores, stuff like that.
I think you're like most Americans who don't like going to Walmart. So
Well, fair, but in most stores in general are where most people oh, I'm gonna go to this store, I'm gonna go to this mall, and I'm gonna go shopping and do that. I don't. I order everything online. If I have to order food, I order it for pickup or delivery. It's bad. And I know up leading into this trip was very much like a okay, well, I'm overthinking this because, what if these people hate me, and, what if I say the wrong thing, or if I smell weird or something, and they're just like, wow, this bitch, da 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 da. And then I got there, and it was just I want to say it was Thursday, we went out to lunch, and it was the lunch that we had that gave me food poisoning, actually. I remember, I looked at our whole table of people, and I was just like, I'm cool with these people. These
that's
people are cool with
awesome.
me. I'm cool with them. I trust these people now. I'm okay with them. I'm okay to be around them. I'm not sitting in a corner just staring at people, because that's basically all I did on Wednesday when I showed up. Was I sat in a corner and just stared at people, because I was like, I know you by voice and I know you by VR chat avatar, mostly,
Well, you're gauging
but
it
I
too.
don't know your
Like,
face.
you don't know how that in-person interaction is going to work, and you don't know how it's all going to happen. So it makes sense to kind of ease into it best you can. So it makes sense. I'm pretty sure she died again. That's why I switched over to the screens. She's got so much social anxiety that her internet is just killing it right here. She's done talking to me. Hour 45, it signs, is her limit of talking
Oh,
to me. And she's back. Hold on. I
my
got you,
net is
bestie.
dying actively. I'm so sorry.
It's fine. I got you. I vamped. It's all right.
Okay. Yeah, but long story short, just being hey, these people they don't hate you. They're cool with
Mhm.
you. And, you can exist around them. They're human, you're human. We're all here with a common purpose, just hyping myself up to be yeah, these are cool people. And then after I got in VR this weekend, and everybody was like, I miss your face so much, and I miss hanging out with you, and you were
Aw.
so sweet the entire time. I was the girl's girl all weekend. I was helping people with makeup and outfits and stuff,
Aw.
and I got one of our friends into a maid dress. I dressed him up. It
I'm
was a
happy
lot of
you brought
fun.
it up, because I didn't.
Yeah.
And I was debating if I should or not.
Yeah, well, I mean, he came out in the living room, and I had just woken up, and he has this maid dress in his hands, and he looks at me and he goes, "Bagel, do you know how to put this on? You know how to put a dress on, right?" And I was like,
And you're
I
like,
mean, I know
wow,
how to
real
put a
sexist
dress
of you to assume
on."
that I, a woman, know how to put on a maid dress.
Well, I was like, I know how to put a dress on, yes. And he's like, can you help me? Can you help me put this on? Because I'm clueless on where my arms go, where my head goes, where my body goes. And I was like, I got you. And they took us 10 minutes, but we finally figured out how to get him into a matrix.
And
And then apparently he met the voice actor of Shadow the Hedgehog in the Matrix.
which is
And it was
such a
so funny.
which is so funny to hear, of just Maria, why is he in a dress? It just fucking, and it doesn't help because of course I'm hearing Shadow's voice, but I'm only hearing Snapcube lines of Shadow, which are not one and the same. uh yeah, I'm happy you brought it up because chat, this bitch fucking sends me a photo of her whole group, which was cool to see. Like everybody having a good time and everything. And dead center is this fucking skinny ass dude in a fucking maid outfit. And I'm like, huh, I have questions. And
what a homie.
and like, shout out to him for, again,
Shout out to him.
all cosplayers, no matter what effort, you know what, the confidence to wear that shit out, fucking go for it. That's awesome. Oh my god. But just
I was like, you got more balls than I do, man, because I would never.
again, just going through the line, it's like, oh, cool, people are hanging out. What's going on in the center of this picture here? It was so funny.
Yeah. Well, we had one of the guys who was cosplaying. And he cosplayed, I think, 2 of the days or something like that. And everybody else was just like, casual clothes. Like we just whatever, wearing whatever we felt like, or looking real cute or whatever. It's just the fact that I woke up one morning and he's just there and he looks at me, he goes, Bagel, help me. And I was like, okay.
No thoughts, only yes, I will help you.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of how it went all weekend. They were like, Bagel, can you help me with this? And I'm like, yeah, I got you. And I was like, I'm not gonna sit here and say no because it's a maid dress. Like, yeah, I'll get you in this fucking maid dress.
Say less, I'll get it. Can I, or do you want to tell the short backstory about how that maid dress came to be, or should we keep that private?
I don't know. He may or may not listen to this. I don't want to put his information out there like that.
That's fine. That's fine.
He did not want it though. He did not want it initially.
That's all I needed to say.
Yeah.
But I do want to call out because, like, in that
himself.
Okay, that made it worse. I do want to call out in this picture a moment after like showing the picture and like everything, because I was curious because I do remember seeing the one guy in cosplay. I do remember seeing the maid. I was like, oh, what's everybody's fits for MomoCon? What's going on? And seeing some anime shirts, seeing people just like, oh, this group looks really happy. And then I get to you, and I'm like looking at her shirt. I'm like, wait, what anime is that?
I have the shirt available. Do you want me to send you a picture of the shirt?
Please.
Hold
so
on,
I can.
I'll be back.
Okay. She's gonna get a picture of this shirt, chat, because I need you guys to understand. I'm looking at this and like I'm thinking like, oh, what anime is she wearing a shirt for? And when it hit me what it was, I literally looked at the photo for a good minute and went, this fucking tistic biscuit of a bestie. The giggles in the background are not helping her case whatsoever with this. She's so fucking proud of herself to where I message her. I'm like, is this what I think it is? And she's like, oh yeah, duh. And I was so proud and disappointed all in the same vein here. So let me pull this up for you guys.
It's a little wrinkled right now, but there it is.
It's fine. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
This is the shirt, chat. Hold on. Let me full screen it here. This is the shirt. I'm like, what anime is this from? I've never seen it. And I will admit, I'll be the better person here and admit that it took me way too long to realize that this is just fucking Five Nights at Freddy's.
Mm-hmm.
The moment it hit me, the moment it hit me, I messaged her. I'm like, are you wearing a fucking Five Nights at Freddy shirt? She's like, yeah, it's realistic FNAF. I'm like, you are so fucking typecasted into your fucking interest. I swear to God.
You know what's really fucking funny?
Go for it.
I wore that to the convention and got 0 comments on it. But I wore my fucking motionless and white shirt that has a fucking haunter on it and got so many comments on it. And some dude came up and was just like, "Yeah, I'm going to see Motionless and White in like a month or so or whatever." And I was like, "Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I saw them like a couple years ago with Ice Nine Kills, blah blah blah." And he was like, "Oh, that's so cool. I went and saw Ice Nine Kills with with Metallica." And I was like, "Oh, I wanted to go to that tour so bad, but it was sold out and it was expensive." Blah blah blah. People were coming up and having conversations with me on like Thursday when we like were registering and stuff because I was wearing my fucking Haunter shirt, and they were like, "Oh, Motionless White, that's so sick," and I'm like,
And you're just
"Yeah,
like,
social anxiety." But I wear the FNAF shirt, and everybody's just like,
and the whole time you're just like, guys, it's FNAF, isn't it cool? You should look at this, please, please.
"It's realistic FNAF, just love me,
You were,
give me my shirt."
which hearing this makes sense why you were so excited, why I recognized it and called your ass out.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
somebody recognized it and you were so happy to talk
Yeah.
about it. And then
Well, the people
again,
didn't.
me knowing you, I'm like, this fucking bitch and her goddamn FNAF obsession. The only
Yeah.
reason that FNAF is shown in the background of this fucking show, by the way, is in reference to Ash. Because she helped create the show, I'm like, I've got to have something here that's Ash coded. And the only thing I could think of was a Five Nights at Freddy's poster.
Yeah.
And then this bitch goes and wears a fucking realistic Five Nights at Freddy shirt.
I mean, for what it's worth, I showed most of the people in the house, or like in the B&B, I showed them like before I wore it. And I was like, "Oh, do you want to see what shirt I'm planning on wearing this weekend?" And they're like, "Yeah." I showed them, and I was like, they were like, "That's really funny." But I was just like, going to the convention, I was like, "Oh, hey, I wear my Motionless and White shirt." I might get like a comment or two being like, "Oh yeah, I like that band," or like, "Oh hey, your the art on your shirt is sick," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, thank you." And everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, FNAF, FNAF," and then like zero, nothing. I was like, okay. Like, not that I wanted people to talk to me because again, I have horrible social anxiety and I don't want people to talk to me. But um, people coming up to me and talking to me is like one of my worst nightmares. Being like, "Excuse me, ma'am, do you have a moment? Can I have your moment of your time to talk to you about?"
Yes,
Blah, blah,
because
blah. And I'm
people
like,
talk like they're from the fucking 1800s.
I know, but they're like they come up to you and they're like, "Excuse me, can I have a moment of your time?" And I'm like, "No, I don't want to talk to you. I'm sorry. I think you're probably a lovely person, and I know you're just trying to do your job, or like you're just trying to do this, that, or another. But I do not want to have a conversation with you. I just want to get my food and leave. I just want to get like the item I came in here for that I ordered ahead. I'm gonna go pick it up and I'm gonna leave. I don't want to be here. I don't want to talk to you."
Speaking of a moment in time and conventions and cosplays,
Yeah,
when is the Hat in Time cosplay going to happen for your next convention you go to?
I love a hat in time. I love a hat in time so
I
much.
know you do. That's why I
Um,
bring it up.
if I can, you know what, and probably wouldn't be that hard to figure out and get together. So I mean, maybe next convention, MemoCon next year. We'll see.
Oh yeah, you heard it here first, chat. She's going to do a Hat in Time
Don't
cosplay
hold me to it. Don't hold me.
next
Well,
year,
I'll do it eventually. I'll do it
MomoCon
eventually. Don't hold me to it. No, no, no,
2027.
no, 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 no.
You
Don't
know,
put words in my mouth.
she's
Don't
not
put
on
words in my
stream.
mouth.
You
No, no,
can't
no,
see
no,
her
no, no,
anymore.
no, no,
She
no, no,
can't
no.
hear her.
Don't put words in my mouth. Don't put words in my mouth. Don't put words in my mouth. It's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna. I don't know. I don't want to make promises I can't keep. Like, please, please, no. Don't do this to me. No.
What's
Scary ghosts.
it's best that you're lagging during all this because you're swaying side to side
Oh,
is
I
jittering like
know.
a skipping over a CD.
No.
Oh Lord.
I'll see what I can do, but I'll try to get one together. I think that'd be a really funny cosplay because then I could just like get pins and put them on like the hat badges, and I think that'd be really fucking
There you
funny.
go. Easy cosplay idea.
Yeah.
Either that or you could just be a FNAF groupie or something, which you don't need to dress up as. You just show up as you.
I was cosplaying as a FNAF groupie all weekend. What do you mean?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's the easiest cosplay you could have.
Yeah. I'm just me, man. I'm just me. I'm
You're
just a little
just
guy.
you're just you. And again, I'm
I'm
not
just a
surprised.
little me. Little me.
After it finally connected what it was, I was not surprised that that's what you
But those leggings were real cute though.
I'm still just over. I'm like, what the fuck is this shirt? That's all I saw, and I was so disappointed after. And then my mind went back to why is there a maid, by the way?
I want to send you something.
Oh no. Oh no. Why are you
Hold
sending me?
on. Figure out. This is very like off topic for stream,
Well,
but
am I going to need to show it on stream?
absolutely not.
Oh Lord, what the fuck is she sending me, chat? Anyways, I hate seeing her.
Why did it default to that specifically?
Huh?
That's what I'm saying.
I okay. That's no. Anyway, we're gonna move on.
I didn't even type that. I just typed DoorDash and that's what came up.
Okay. Okay. Anyway.
Yippee.
Yippee. What a fucking return to the show. We bitch about WoW for an hour 20, talk about MomoCon for 40 minutes, and then you're going to show me this, which I can't even show stream. Thanks for that. Appreciate you.
It's scuff. It's just scuff, man.
It's just scuff, man. It's crazy, man.
It's just scuff, man. That's crazy.
Oh
but...
my goodness. Oops, all giggles.
Oops, all giggles.
That's what it comes down to. That's what it comes down to.
True.
Oops, all giggles.
True. Oops, all giggles.
Do we have time still to talk about this? Oh.
We could talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Have you heard about the bricks and minifigs drama over the past week or so?
Yes.
Oh my God, what a roller coaster of a story that was.
Yeah, I think it was Friday or Saturday. We were in VR and Shield put it on. Like I think it was Moist Critical's like review of it.
Yes.
And I was sitting there watching it, just like slow blinking the entire time.
Chat, for those of you who aren't aware, there's this company called Bricks and Minifigs that's currently facing a lot of online scrutiny and hate towards them. In my opinion, rightfully so. Essentially what happened, this gentleman brought a Lego collection that was around, I think, what was it, like $20,000 or $200,000 it was worth?
Mm-hmm.
They brought it to there to be on consignment to try to sell so they could make some money for his elderly father. It was his elderly father's collection to try to help with some bills. TLDR, the company ended up stealing it. They said they don't do consignments, but they still have the Legos, and they're even advertising and selling some of it, but not giving this guy the money that he's owed or giving the collection back even. A YouTuber got in contact with this person, has done this whole expose on it, and it's turned into such a fucking shit show. The owners of the company dismissed that they do consignment, fired the owners of the previous store to try to avoid like any trace of it. The creator and the guy took them to small claims court to get the money owed. They won in small claims court, and then Bricks and Minifigs shut down the store to avoid paying. The recent development is they had to go and they were going to try suing them personally, but apparently they had to try to show proof of trying to resolve it between the two of them in person. So the YouTuber went to both of these guys' places to try to like have a conversation and resolve it. The police got involved, and the police are more or less just lying about all this shit, harassing the YouTuber and defending these two guys. It's just insane. More recently, the police chief who decided or the representative police chief, I forget, put up a video on their YouTube addressing it all. And I don't know if this guy meant to or what, but he essentially made it an ASMR video. The audio mixing was so bad, it was like a whisper. And again, just pushing up these lies that like, oh yeah, no, they've done nothing wrong and all this. And like, it's so insane. If you guys haven't seen it, I definitely take a look it up. Because the more that keeps coming out, the worse it is. I'm gonna find the channel real quick.
I
I,
was gonna say it's one of those things where like at least watching like Moist Critical's thing about it, um it it's so like out there and so just like it seems fake. If it seems staged, but like it's not.
yes.
Like with
And
how the cops were acting and shit, you're like, okay, yeah, this is like, oh, they're friends and they're just doing this for like whatever. No, it seems fake, but no.
the channel that exposed it was called the Reckless Ben. And yeah, some of the stuff that's been in some of these videos of like the cops chasing them down and saying like, "Oh, you ran a stop sign," but
Hmm.
the dash cam footage showing they were just literally at a stop for like 10 seconds and then pulled them over, as well as like
Hmm.
all the recordings that they were recording inside the car, not the cop's car, but Ben's car and everything of them like the cops coming up to the driver. Ben was in the back seat, somebody else was driving. They come up, talk to the driver, and then immediately go to the back and go, "Are you Ben?" It's like that feels targeted.
Yeah.
It all
Or it's like,
feels
how are
like,
you enjoying it here, Ben? And it's like, holy shit, dude.
and like them just like sitting, waiting to serve papers to this guy to like serve him to take him to court, but them being called, the cops being called on this dude's car multiple times, them trying to find a way to arrest him, reviewing the papers to see if it's even a real case, which it is. And just the more it keeps unraveling and more footage comes out, it's like, it's insane. And to still see bricks and minifigs and now the police department releasing stuff that just doubles down on the bullshit that could,
Hmm.
if there was any lies in Ben's videos, that feels like could be so easily disproven. But they're just putting so much extra effort in continuing the bullshit. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
It's just insane to me. And not shitting on the entire group, although there's been a lot of questionable things in the entire group, considering that there's a tie with them being Mormon because it's in Utah.
Hmm.
It's not surprising that they're like sticking up for each other. Nothing against
That's
Mormons, but all the news stories I've heard about Mormons haven't been good.
I
Um,
think that was something that was brought up by Moist, was just like, this is probably a thing.
mhm.
Like it's listen, if your case and like your situation is so outrageous that Moist Critical covers it, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Homie covers some crazy ass shit.
Not only that, but he's put up like 4 videos in the past week, which he's even for like covering some random stories on the internet, he never
Mm-mm.
covers it that many times. Let's see. The
And he's
first
invested.
he did his first one talking about it was 5 days ago. And since then, he's put up five, sorry, one, two, three, four, five, 6 separate videos in 5 days.
Hmm.
You got critical going after it this hard. You're like, oh shit, you're in the wrong there.
Yeah.
It's I highly recommend looking up not only Ben's original videos showing this whole entire thing, but also Critical's reaction and review of it all. It's the more you watch, the more frustrated you get, and the more you're just like, what the fuck is going on? All over $200,000 worth of Legos that they could just easily go, you know what, we fucked up. Here's your Legos back.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. It just, I'm at a loss, and
Yeah.
uh, I'm so happy. The worst case of like selling Legos I've ever had was I had sold some sets that were pretty important to me way back in the days when I was strapped for cash. And the worst I had to do was give somebody $100 back because some of the pieces were like discolored because of the sun. And I was like, whatever.
Mm.
But I'm happy that's the extent of my experience with selling Legos.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude.
I don't.
People be dumb. Your eyes doing the thing again, Steve.
Oh, sorry. Look with both your eyes.
Look with both your eyes.
I was reading something. Sorry.
You're fine. I just. Okay, I think that's it. I think it's about time we wrap up. My computer has been yelling at me for the past 30 minutes that my mouse is at critically low power levels. So I should probably fix that.
Charge your mouse.
Listen, I charge my headphones.
Well, that's good. I charge mine too. Charge your mouse.
It's only at 3%. It's got plenty of time left. What do you mean?
Only at 3.
Only.
Oh my God. Oh
anyway,
my
but
God.
thank you so much for hopping back on, Bestie. It's
you.
so good having you back, and that you're back from your social anxiety issues.
Until I take another trip next month.
Let's go, and then we'll talk about your social anxiety then. But we probably can't talk about that trip as much.
Well, I mean, I'm going to a whole nother country, so it'll be great.
You heard her here first. She's getting abducted. So
I am.
Hell yeah.
Willingly. No. For the FBI agents listening, I'm willingly getting abducted to another country.
It's like me saying every weekend how the girlfriend's going to kidnap me for the weekend. And it's like, is it really kidnapping if it's voluntary? And it's like, yeah, it's hotter.
Yeah, because
what do you mean?
Remember, kids, consent is sexy.
Consent is sexy, but also, like, get tied up every once in a while. There's nothing wrong with that. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining.
Oh.
I'm dying. I'm dead. I'm dead. Holy shit.
I'm sorry. Oh, anyways, thank you so much for joining us today. This will be live on YouTube tomorrow morning for those of you who aren't here in the stream. You're listening to this on YouTube. Thank you so much for listening to our lovely voices and our dumbasses yap about crazy things. Remember, like, comment, and subscribe. It helps the channel out a lot. I'm gonna be a sellout to Wellgo for a little bit. If you, but honestly,
well, Wellgo's like, dying in the background.
Yeah, that's fine. You know, if you do enjoy this kind of thing, or if you have any like comments about, like, you know, hey, like, I know that you guys are doing a great thing, however, like, I would love to see this, like, let us know. I mean, feedback is one of the best forms of, like, flattery, you know? Like, even if you're like, this show sucks, like, it'd be like, okay, well, cool. I'm glad you think it sucks, and thank you for commenting, but, you know, we'll do better, you know? We're still growing, we're still learning. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Over on Twitch, go give Wellgo a good follow. He streams World of Warcraft content all throughout the week, Monday through Thursdays usually, sometimes Fridays.
Go follow Ash as well too on Twitch, because I've been bullying her into streaming and making a VTuber and doing all this fun stuff too, so she deserves the love. So
I don't stream very frequently, so live your best
life. But if you follow her,
that
that counts as bullying her, and she might do it more.
Ah, shit. I mean, I'm planning on doing a hat and time randomizer soon, TM, so it'd be a lot of fun.
So thank you guys so much for being here. Like she said, appreciate all the support. We will see you guys next week for the next episode. We might be having a very special guest that I know I'm excited for. Yeah. Ash is excited for. So we're going to hopefully confirm that this week. If not, it'll probably just be us two. So either way, you're going to have a lot of fun because we'll force it upon you. But thank you guys so much. Please make sure to drink some water. Take your meds, get something to eat, and above all else, be kind to yourself and one another, because this world can easily steal your Legos and be shit. So we should be nice to each other. True. So thank you guys. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.
Bye.
Before we go, I'd like to give a special shout out to everyone over on the Patreon, as well as thank you again for watching this video. If you liked what you saw and want to see more like it, please consider subscribing. That way you're guaranteed to see more of my content, and it's the best way to support the channel and the work that I do. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.